Hi everybody, I'm Felicia Curry and welcome to WETA Arts, the place to discover what's going on in the creative and performing arts in and around DC. On this episode of WETA Arts, aspiring costume designers compete at AwesomeCon.
If it gives you confidence to do that, like when you're at a convention, it'll give you more confidence in your everyday life.
A portrait competition hosted by the National Portrait Gallery expands the genre.
This is how I'm gonna tell the history of my family. This is legacy for my son.
I talk with Heather Goss, founder of a photography organization called Exposed DC, which spotlights the DC photography scene.
I know a little bit more about the city when I see how you see it.
All these stories coming up on WETA Arts. The Washington Convention Center hosts all kinds of gatherings, but few as colorful as AwesomeCon. AwesomeCon attracts over 70,000 fans to celebrate every conceivable genre and subgenre of pop culture. Shady Hayes from Northern Virginia is an AwesomeCon celebrity guest who attends conventions around the country.
There's like tens and thousands of Facebook groups in the DMV with different niches. So there's DC Comics, there's Star Wars, maybe there is for like LGBTQ geeks.
One niche represented at the convention is cosplay, combining costume and play to inhabit a character from a work of fiction. Rakoy Clark co-owns a company called Plus Ultra Entertainment, which organizes and markets cosplay events. She is a fan of anime, a popular genre of Japanese animation.
Sailor Moon is one of my favorite anime, and it just literally shaped a lot of who I am, the whole magical girl essence. And so when I cosplay Sailor Moon, I become Sailor Moon. I am running around trying to make everyone feel good and just bring a lot of that moon magic.
Among the events at AwesomeCon is the cosplay competition for people who make their costumes by hand. Cosplay competition judge Black Crystal Cosplay has been in the scene since high school.
I graduated high school in 2013, and in 2012 they had a Spirit Week. So I said, I'll just dress up as Korra from Legend of Korra, because she was my favorite character at the time, and I love super strong femme protagonists. And so when I wore it to school, everybody was like, I love your cosplay. I really was like, what the heck is a cosplay? I didn't go to my first convention until 2014. That convention, I believe, was KatsuCon at the National Harbor. That was when I really started, like 2014, I was like, I gotta do it, I gotta do it.
Hi.
Brianna Walker is competing as Belle, the title character from an anime released in 2021. She's hoping to repeat her first place win at the Sakura Matsuri Japanese Street Festival in Washington, D.C., which took place near the Capitol on the last 2 days of the annual National Cherry Blossom Festival.
I sewed these patches on and then did all of the gems. And I bought the corset for the outline, but then I jeweled all of it all around, and then I jeweled the sleeves. And it also jeweled my crown. The crunch time was about 80 hours with 5 hours of sleep.
The contests, they have different tiers of it. So they have like the beginners, sometimes they'll have the juniors for the kids, sometimes they'll have like the super, super advanced ones where people all over the world will come out and showcase these huge props that have like LED lights and like the smoke machines and everything.
I was that kid, I loved making my Halloween costumes, loved it, but I always felt, one day, I just Halloween's not enough. It's something about cosplay that I really feel that, you know what, none of my problems are here right now.
Clark founded Plus Ultra Entertainment to increase attendance by cosplayers who are Black or people of color.
What I realized about a lot of convention events, I never really saw enough people that looked like me. The local cosplay community, it's big and diverse. Black and POC cosplayers are here. We are in numbers, and we have so much to offer, not just the cosplay community, but just the nerd and entertainment community in general.
In a room off the convention floor, Shady Hayes is hosting a panel about queer representation in pop culture.
In the community, a lot of geeks are also gay. So I got a bunch of friends and I said, let's do a panel about LGBTQ cosplayers and representation in media. I love cosplaying characters or male characters like Cyclops, Superboy, Danny Phantom, Poe from Star Wars. And I get a lot of, oh, you're not representing the characters accurately. You know, you're Asian, you're small, you're a woman. You know what? It's fine. I'm cosplaying the character however I want. My friends support me, the community supports me, and I do a great job doing it.
The bigger I got, the more of a following I received. And when it started to hit certain social media platforms, I started seeing the slurs pop up. But seeing that, sometimes it does get hard to continue to navigate these spaces. And there are days where I'm like, I don't think I even want to do this anymore.
Yes, please.
But what I like to do, I just like to prepare other people for it. Here are some ways that you could block this out. Here's some other ways you could be positive, just to make sure that you're protecting your mental at all times.
I have ups and downs with the community. Sometimes I deal with racism, sometimes I deal with sexism, sometimes I deal with colorism. And so sometimes it can be discouraging. But then I also have like friends who I cosplay with and they make me feel better.
Walker and the other finalists meet on the main stage for the cosplay finals.
It's very nerve-wracking because you don't want to sell yourself short and get on stage and be like, oh, this person's costume is better than mine, or this person's armor is better than mine. So you just have to just take a deep breath and just say, well, if I don't win, at least people saw me.
The competition in the intermediate category is fierce. This time around, Walker doesn't place.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Just seeing the crowd, getting interactions, doing my little poses. That's always a win for me, whether I win or not.
Whether or not they compete, at an event like AwesomeCon, a cosplayer can find like minds.
What makes the community special to me is feeling like I am not alone. I might reference an obscure anime and somebody will be like, I get it. And I'm just like, it's that feeling of like, yes, you get me. Being in a community where you feel so safe, to just have that in the back of my mind and oh my gosh, so many haters. Why can't this fictional character be personified as a brown-skinned woman? When I'm in my Sailor Moon cosplay and I see little brown girls run up to me, oh my God, you're so beautiful, oh, I love Sailor Moon. I'm just like, yes, now you've seen someone that looks just like you. You can do the same thing too.
It's okay to be weird. It's okay to dress up as long as you're having fun. If it gives you confidence to do that, like when you're at a convention, it'll give you more confidence in your everyday life.
AwesomeCon takes place in June, but you can find cosplay events year-round throughout the DMV. Be on the lookout for other local events by following Black Crystal Cosplay, Shady Haze, and Plus Ultra Entertainment on Twitter and Instagram.